What's happening, everybody? Rod J here with another beer. Today we're going to take a look at one from Moerlein. It is the Handlebar Double Stout. This is from the Christian Moerlein Brewing Company out of here, Cincinnati, where I'm located. 8.2% ABV, 70 IBUs. This one is actually ranked by Beer Advocate as 84 for good. Rate Beer, though, gave it a 77 overall and a 19 for style. I've actually had this beer before, and I think Rate Beer is kind of off their rocker on that one from the ratings they had. I think it was only 18 ratings at the time. It is an American Double Imperial Stout. Comes in at 246 calories per can, so not really one I think you want to throw a six-pack down on. Best recommended to serve inside of a snifter glass, which we have here. Let's go ahead and crack this baby open. Again, you can see the artwork here on the can. Got the nice little handlebar mustache. On the back, it does have some information written there about kind of a little story to go with the beer. So I'm not going to read all of that information there, but essentially, just like most stouts, it's going to be looking at the dark roasted malts and the balance and blend of hops on this one. And anybody that knows a stout, really, you're looking about a stronger porter, really. So, going to crack that baby open. Get it into a glass. See if we can get some head on here. Everybody likes a little head. So we get that in there. Got a nice two-finger head on the snifter glass. You can see that there. Initial look. This baby is a dark chestnut brown, almost, I guess you could say, jet black. You're not seeing through it at all. Got great head on it with the off brown tan type color, beige if you will. Nice head on it with some good rockiness in there. You can definitely see where it's going to lace nicely on the glass also. As far as anything inside, it's already been conditioned, I believe, but it's so dark I couldn't tell you. But I believe Moerlein does everything in the keg, and it's filtered by the time it hits the can. As far as the aromas, getting a nice dark roasted maltness coming off of the aroma. Real distinct aroma, getting a nice caramel, getting some of the molasses, the toffee, got a nice sweetness. Behind that, you're also getting almost kind of some candied chocolate. Aroma is very, very good, very distinct. As I mentioned earlier, you can see some of the lacing already starting to form on the glass. And then towards the end, you do have some of the kind of a breadiness, but you're also having some of the hop balance. The more I think it tends to warm, the more that it does breathe a little bit. A little bit of a hop sense in there, kind of a little bit of a, I want to say kind of like a small little bit of like a pininess balance of the hops. Like I said, the IBUs on this is 70, so it does have some hops in there for sure to help the balance. More so than what you probably would expect in a porter or stout. But this one being an American Double or Imperial Stout, you got that little extra kick up on it. As far as the taste, initial taste is coffee. This is where the balance hits you a little bit. You have a little bit more of the bitter than you do the sweetness. But it's not too bitter. I would say it's kind of a light bitterness with it, along with that chocolate taste. And as far as like the finish, you've got probably a pretty good average finish on there. I can still taste the sense of the coffee in my mouth after I've already swallowed some. I don't like saying swallowing some, by the way. But anyway, it's definitely got a nice flavor to it. So The body itself is about a medium body. You know, carrying this much weight on it, it's going to have some body there. The texture, though, is nice. It's creamy. It's not too watery at all. It holds together very nicely, and then when it goes to the finish, it is kind of a crisp finish. Not getting much from the carbonation. Carbonation seems to be soft on this one. Not that it's flat or anything, you just don't really get that strong sense of what's happening with the carbonation here. And by the time you finish it, coming from a can, there's always concern about the metallic type taste. Not picking up any metallic taste on the finish. Very, very small. Maybe a little bit, but it's not too much. You're not really tasting the alcohol in the finish either. You're not getting too much astringency as far as anything causing your mouth to kind of have that puckerness to it. The finish is a nice crisp finish for what you would get off of, I guess you could say, a double stout. I do feel a little bit of the alcohol in there, but going down you don't sense it as much. But when you let that first burp out, you're going to taste it, I bet. So the double stout itself, not a bad beer. It is a limited edition from Moerlein. Like I said, they're out of Cincinnati here. It is one I usually enjoy. First had this at one of the beer festivals where I actually poured beers. It's nice to have. It's usually something you want more towards the fall, towards the winter. Although with me, I can drink a beer year round. Hence why I have it now. I ended up picking up a case of these for, I think it was $12.99 over at Depps here in Fort Thomas, Kentucky, where I'm at, outside Cincinnati, and it's one of my best places to go to. So a stout like this, at that type of percentage, you can also cellar it. So there's no date that I saw on the can, but that didn't bother me as much because I know this came out towards the end of this past year, beginning of the year, probably around January or February. But at that kind of 8.2% ABV, you can actually cellar for a longer period of time. So I've actually got some of these down in the basement now. But not a bad beer overall. You know, for a 4-pack, I think you're paying, actually they come in 6-packs on this one. I think you're paying $12.99 anyway, so, or $11.99. So for a case, steal. But definitely something I give it a try. Won't be available probably again until fall or winter. If you get a chance, check it out. Let me know. If you've had the double stout, let me know. Hit the comments section below. Leave some notes on it. Tell me what you thought. But yeah, it's not a bad beer. Definitely better than I would say the 77 on Rate Beer. That kind of seems to always be kind of a helter-skelter type site anyway. But I would go more along with Beer Advocate, around 84 being good. Out of a 5-point scale, I would say this is probably about a 3 to a 3.5, kind of in that area. I've had a lot of other stouts that have been a lot stronger, and I've had won me over more, but this is actually one that I do enjoy drinking here and there too. So I'm going to actually go with a 3 for the double stout, Handlebar double stout from Moerlein. If you get a chance, you see some, check it out. And if you like what you saw, hit the like button, as everybody says. Leave some comments. Subscribe if you want to see more. But definitely appreciate you stopping by. And again, this is the Moerlein double stout. Cheers.